makes sense.
Right. So what we're doing right now, myself and Abhishek, we decided to come to the office to just talk, catch up, do some co-working, and what we're going to do right now is we're going to speak about where we're at and our current position, where we'd like to be as well. I think that's a shout, and compare this in a couple of months' time when we do come back to it. Yeah. So just think in your mind, okay, in the next couple of months, let's even say by December, by end of the year, where would we like to be? What would we like to be on per month? Yeah, and anything else that comes to mind.
Easy, man.
Let's start off with where we're at right now. So talk to them. Where are you at right now with things? And you could be completely transparent. We can cut things out if you need.
No, all good, man. I think this is going to be super important to look back on, bro. So
likewise.
I'm all in. Where I'm at right now, I'm in a position where we've had a bit of adversity. It's not a negative thing. It's always good. Stopped running my own business. I've been in this info space for a year and a half. You know, started doing my fat loss coaching business first. That started doing well. Moved to Thailand. Started to run it up, and then lost a bit of passion for that. Went into business with Ty Belly, who you know yourself. Shout him out every single time. Location Freedom Final Boss. That's what we call him. Went into business together. Had quite a lot of success in a short span of time, but for various reasons, we stopped running that business together, and he's kind of continuing by himself right now. Then I said to myself, yo, what is one thing I've been able to do over the past year and a half to 2 years, right? And that's sell on the Google Meets. With our old offer, myself and Ty, we were selling like appointment setting coaching, mainly for 9-to-5ers, really and truly. And I took all the calls, and through that time, I managed to stack my skills to a pretty decent standard. Learned from a few killers in the space, people like Jacob Lee, now learning from Kurt, and set the standards as well. So like, I've always had a passion and an interest for sales. And, you know, anyone would say if you've taken a sales call, the buzz that you get, the thrill you get from actually collecting a payment on a call is different. So
second to none.
Yeah, over time I started to grow a real passion for it, and I thought, you know what, like I'm 24 now, I want to play the game smart. What is actually the highest leverage thing that I can do? I've always been a big believer in like, okay, you've got to be super passionate about something to do it, which is true to an extent. But I know that if sales can be my vehicle to just make a lot of money, then I can pour, you know, that money elsewhere, which is like yourself, podcast.
Yeah.
It's quite funny. Like, you know, you've already done a podcast. I've already done sales really and truly. Now we've kind of just come together.
Crazy.
That's the universe. But like just like you getting into a podcast, I can always use that money and put it somewhere else. Right now, just focus on cash. I just landed a role for a really big info company, e-com. It's high ticket e-com. So selling things like saunas, fire pits, all these
Really?
Yeah. So it's like, you know, e-com's usually low ticket.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But this is like high ticket e-com.
I thought you were doing an e-com coaching offer.
Yeah, it's e-com coaching.
Yeah.
But like, I'm explaining what the business model is basically, innit? So like, the business model is things like, I'm not selling those saunas.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
that's what the business model is. Specifically, they teach high ticket e-com.
Got you.
So like selling saunas, fire pits, forklifts, anything that's like between 1K all the way up to $30,000, literally. They've had a lot of success. I think that company's doing around 2 million a month.
Okay, perfect.
They've got about 10 closed on the team. I'll be the 11th. And yeah, I'm going to set the standards.
Come on.
I'm going to be the top closer in that.
Absolutely.
I actually have full conviction that I will. I've sold biz up before. I'm very confident. It's just about putting the head down now, sharpening up my skills, and yeah, just getting in the trenches, taking them calls.
And when are you going to be starting that role? Because it's the, what? Oh, my watch just died. Yeah. What date is it today?
7th of October today. So I'm
going
going for the training at the moment. Probably I would say like next Monday.
Okay,
I should be ready to go.
Next week, cool.
But I'm not 100% set. But very soon. Eager to collect some cash, man, literally.
Come on. So what's the goal for your first month of sales? Because remember, you're like, what, a week or so into that month. And then the goal for the next month of sales. So October sales, October commissions, November commissions, and December commissions. Because as a closer, you take 10% of whatever it is, the cash that you've collected.
First month, so let's say if I started next week, I'd say realistically, 10 bands, 10K British.
Okay, 10K British.
10K British.
Which is like what, $14K ish?
Yeah, 14. So 14, let's say 15K USD.
Yeah.
Second month, 30K. I'm setting that bar high. I'm saying 30K. I'm saying 30K, bro. I'm saying 30K.
Okay.
Second month.
So that's full November. Cool.
30K.
And then December.
I was gonna hit it with a 50. I shouldn't be laughing. I should say this with my chest.
Yeah.
Look, if I can seriously do 30K consistently from next month and December as well, I'm happy.
Cool. So that, altogether, that's what 75k in the next 3 months, in the next quarter.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
I
That's
love
the
that.
goal. Bro.
Yes. There we go.
Confidence,
Okay.
conviction.
Okay. And then with that podcast. See, I'm used to
You're
how
still
I'm talking
fixated.
about
Yeah, yeah.
podcasting. With that offer, what are you going to do to put yourself in a position to be able to make that much money? Like, what inputs are you going to be doing to be able to get those types of outputs?
So I reverse engineered it first of all. Okay, how many calls you actually need in the calendar every single day?
Mhm.
I'm gonna need minimum of 6 calls. Let's assume 4 of those show every single day. I just need to close 2.
Mhm.
Ticket prices range between 6 and 10k.
Mhm.
So ensuring that 6 calls are on my calendar every single day. Now I can still be proactive. I don't have to just blame external factors like the marketing or anyone else in the team.
Mhm.
How can I get more calls on my calendar?
How
can I dial up? I can dial up more leads that didn't
Right.
close in the past potentially.
Right.
I've even got an idea to come in and ask them about, like, okay, all the leads that haven't closed over the past 90 days, where can I find them? How can I dial them
Love
to
that.
maybe get them on my calendar?
Yeah.
Like, how can I just be proactive? I think that's one thing I can definitely do.
Have you thought about referrals?
Referrals as well. When you say referrals, in what sense though?
In terms of asking the people who are already successful on the program, that's something that I've been thinking about. So
Okay.
similar to yourself, I'm
Smart.
thinking, how do I come in and how do I make the most amount of impact, close the most amount of deals, go to the people who've already been successful on the program. And of course, if they're being successful and they've got a good result, why wouldn't they tell their people about it? So going to those people.
That's a fantastic idea.
You're most welcome.
Wow. Okay, cool. So
that might have
referrals,
added an extra 10k a month.
Maybe, man. I owe you one. Referrals, yeah, for sure. That's
Yeah.
that's a high leverage thing to do. And then obviously, like, going out of my way to actually get more leads on my calendar as well. I think in terms of what I'm going to be doing day to day as well is role plays. Like, actually, especially within the Set the Standards group, like, even if it's 3 or 4 times a week, just blocking out an hour, because information is cool, but you need to implement that in sales as well. You really have to implement that information, bro.
One sec. Let me just check this still recording.
Where was he?
So you were talking about how you're going to get the inputs.
Yeah. I think definitely just being proactive enough to get 6 calls on my calendar per day. Closing 2 of them. And in terms of what I can do to increase the chances of having a higher close rate, I think it's just studying relentlessly, but also just practicing.
Yeah.
And it's just reps, bro. At the end of the day, like, I might jump on, the first couple of calls might fumble, but you just can't let that get to your head.
Absolutely.
And I feel like one thing I'm going to do as well, have you ever heard of a concept called production capability?
No, never.
So it's like, let's say you want a certain outcome in life, right? Like, you want a healthy body or something like that. That's fine. But a lot of people get very hyper fixated on the outcome, but they don't look at what inputs they need to be doing in terms of taking care of themselves.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm a big believer, and I've really learned this over the years. Like, bro, there was a point where I had, like, mad alopecia on my face. Like, I've still got a little bit, but it's because I was really, like, hyper fixated on money.
Wow.
But I wasn't focusing on myself. I am the person who is in control of whether I produce these results or not. So, like, from a fitness standpoint, how am I taking care of myself mentally? Networking as well. Like, even like just seeing you today, like, this is a high ROI task, bro. That's the way I look at it now. It's like, bro, I'm meeting you, but I'm getting positive energy from you, and we're bouncing off on each other's ideas. So, like, when I say production capability, it means like, okay, cool. Outside of sales, what I'm actually doing so that I can sustain these results over a long period of time as well. That's how I'm trying to think.
Bro, you've got such an entrepreneur's vocabulary, bro.
You think?
I said that. What do you call this? A high ROI task.
It's high ROI task.
See this guy as a high ROI task. I love that. And what you said as well. You were just speaking about alopecia.
Yeah.
I actually had alopecia as well.
Is it?
Yeah, man.
You know what's mad? I think I saw it. Like, do you still have it now? A little bit.
Just probably a little
tiniest bit.
So this here is just because my hair just don't grow there.
Yeah, fair.
But then maybe it's alopecia. I don't know. But then there was bad alopecia in my hair. Like when I was like 16. I haven't even said this on the podcast yet. So at some point we will when we do our podcast and that. But when I was like 16, I had alopecia. And yeah, that was a difficult period, bro. Because like,
was it financially or something? Stuff.
No, it was just stress in life. Like at that point, I was told to make so many decisions, and then a piece of my hair started falling out, and I'm like, okay. And then I got stressed about that, and then it just became stressed
about being stressed.
Do you see what I'm saying?
It's ridiculous.
So it was like that was a difficult period for me, but it's never been like that about money. It's more so been about just like life stuff, right? And there was a lot going on in my life at that point, but. Yeah, man, I just wanted to say that because that's something I also went through. Man.
No, I appreciate you sharing that. And at the end of the day, I remember when I first got it as well, like, I didn't understand what the root cause was. When I found out it was stress, I was like, damn. because you know what's mad? It's like stress can become so normal that you forget the fact that it's even present in your life. Imagine when it becomes the norm, and it's like, damn, I didn't even know I was living in this state.
And you know what the maddest part of that is as well? A lot of the stress that we've experienced, well, I can speak for myself personally, stems from money.
Yeah.
Or the lack thereof.
Yeah.
At that current moment in time. And for me, it wasn't necessarily just money. There was other life stuff going on. But then now, most of the stress comes from lack thereof money.
Yeah.
Or the amount of abundance that I want to have, that I will have.
Yeah.
And I could just picture, and of course we'll get into what I'm going to be doing, of course, after this, but I can just picture what having that take home is going to give me.
Yeah.
So that is something that I think has been so beneficial, not just from a sales standpoint, but from a personal standpoint.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you can say you want to make 15K a month, but what is that going to do for you?
Facts.
You can say you want to make 30K a month, but how is that going to change your life? How would your life actually look different now versus that point? What can you pay for with your parents? What can you pay for? Bro, you're onto something. Talk to me.
I want to show you something that just...
Talk to me.
Like, shout out your boy, man.
They got Nero.
This is the Bible, right?
Nero knowledge. I don't know about the Bible, but big up Nero, man.
This one here, is actually just crazy. Because like everything you're talking about right now, honestly, I think this time round where I'm going through a bit of adversity with the whole entrepreneurial journey, this book has helped keep me very grounded and just know how to move in the sense of like, don't feel any lack of right now. It's fine, bro. Feel how you would feel when you've actually attained your goals. And it's easier said than done. But I really do take in a lot of the things this guy says. And I always say, I like to give people their flowers in that. This guy he's the GOAT. Because he talks about things that I've never heard about in my life before. And it's like, when you're trapped in this whole struggle frequency, it amplifies. Like it doubles. Like if you feel stress all the time, it's going to be magnified, bro. And that's why I'm just like, now it's like, bro, just go for a fucking walk, bro. Just relax. You know, you still got a roof over your head. Yeah. Everything's good, man.
And even in the Bible, it talks about, as a man thinketh, so he will be. It's the same type of thing. Like when you talk about the struggle frequency, that's deep. I never really thought about it like that, but that's literally what it is. Like if you're on that kind of a level, like that kind of a frequency, as you say, like that's all you will see.
For you, practically, how do you take that? Because for me, the way I'm looking at it now is like, for example, investing in Kurt, me stopping running my business, knowing I'm not going to have income coming in, but then going and investing in an 8K program. Some people would say that's very fucking stupid. I don't think it's stupid. I think I'm just making financial decisions based on who I want to be, not who I am right now. So like, that's something I can draw from this book, where it's like, okay, cool. How would the future version of yourself actually move? How would he make decisions? And I think that was a big thing, even for yourself as well, I can imagine, right? Like, it's a large investment. And it's easy to be like, no, let me just hold on to this money right now. But where's that going to lead you ultimately?
And you know what's crazy as well? That you might have experienced this as well. And this is why you've got to be very careful as to who you tell what you're getting up to. When I tell people how much I spent on the program, and this is why I stopped telling people how much I spent on the program, it's like, and the thing is, like, everyone I told had my best intentions at heart, but it's like, I can just see in their face. And with sales now, you're literally trained to see people's facial expressions, like how they look surprised or like if they looking curious. Like you can see this stuff, and now it's just highlighted to me even more so. When I'm speaking to them, I did not tell my parents. There is no way I could tell my parents. I'm telling them when I'm making 100K a month, bro. That's when I'll tell them how much it was. But with my guys, like some of my people, I'll tell them, and then they'll be like, oh, like, oh, you spent okay. And then they go into supportive mode, but then that initial bit of like, then that makes me think a little bit like damn, like. But then I have to catch myself and say, no, that was the right decision.
It was, of course it was, bro.
Exactly.
Of course, at the end of the day, like with mentorship specifically, I want to stay on track, but I think, okay, knowledge is fine, but you can go on YouTube and get knowledge. But when you put a level of pressure on yourself, your back's against the wall, you have no choice but to perform. I've done it multiple times, bro. And it's always paid off. Whether it's an immediate ROI or long term, it doesn't matter, but it's going to pay off. Absolutely. And look at the network of the people you're around as well. We were just saying the other day, like, bro, everyone's making 20K plus over there. It's the norm. It's the norm, bro.
And I love it, bro.
Yeah, it's amazing.
The standard.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
And with yourself, like, with your 75K by the end of the year, pretty much. What does that actually mean for you? What does that actually look like? What are you gonna do when that hits your bank account? Because remember, like that 15K is probably like what, about 10K British pounds, 11K British pounds. Like I'm assuming that that's not hit your bank account yet, as in like from what you've earned from previous businesses and such, right? Probably earned maybe just a little bit less than that. But then this is still crossing that 10K a month mark, going into like 20K a month, going into 30K a month. what are you actually going to do with that money?
Good question. So
How does your life look different?
the first thing I will do is invest. So like I used to have a very bad relationship with money, bro. Especially when I was in Thailand. Like, it was terrible.
Why? Is it because it didn't feel real? Because you're spending in different currency,
It's
different value.
Have you read a book called The Mountain Is You before?
No, but I've heard of the concept.
Bro, it's like self-sabotage. It's like when you start experiencing more wealth than you've ever had in your life, because all I ever experienced when I was younger was like scarcity with money. I did anything in my power to put myself back in a state of comfortability. So like if my bank balance was on a level I'd never seen before,
that's not right.
I'd blow it. Yeah,
yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Blow it. Then I'm back there. So, but I became aware of that when I left Thailand, and I sorted my shit out, and I always invest my money. So happy about that. But I think the first thing I'll do is definitely invest some of it. I'm very simple. I'm just like stocks, crypto. I don't have any like real estate. I have a little bit of gold, very small amount, but I'll invest it as soon as it hits my bank account, even if it's 30%. You know, it's better than nothing. But one of the biggest investments I will make, and I have made for like the longest now, is invest in myself. Gonna get a bad boy mic.
Come on.
First of all,
Rode
mic.
I'll send you the links,
some
bro.
LED lights,
I'll
some
send
cameras.
you the links.
Bro, I need to really focus on looking the part.
Yeah.
I think. So that doesn't mean getting like flashy clothes or anything. Just nice clothes, you know, nice lighting, mics, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna get my own place as well. They're the main things I'll do. Again, how can I generate these results for the whole year now?
Yeah, 2026.
That's it. What do I need to do now? What investments do I need to make so that I can just keep ripping?
Okay.
And actually feel like good about myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's what I'll do, bro. To be fair with you.
And I like that. I like that. And before I answer, what are you gonna do which will pat you on the back to say well done?
Ooh, like a little treat.
Yeah, bro. Because like the thing is like, what are we actually doing this for? Sometimes I actually have to think, like, because I have pretty much the same answer as you, but I had to ask myself this question.
Yeah, good question. Look, so there was a time, right, when me and Ty were doing really well with the business. We made a silly amount in a day. It was like 10.8K in a day.
Sick.
Right? And I was just like, I showed my mom and she was so happy.
Yeah, I could even see you smiling, man.
Yeah, but I was actually
you're back
felt
there
so
now.
good. Yeah, I'm back there. I'm mentally there. Damn. I was actually quite emotional, that one. And then we went to Budapest. We had a holiday come
Wow, okay.
And I know he was going to Budapest. I was like, I want to pay for every single thing. I don't want no one to touch my brother and my mum. And I did.
As in family holiday?
Yeah. We went on holiday. Took him on holiday to Budapest. So I managed to cover everything. Like even the rent, not the rent, sorry, the Airbnb, the dinners, everything. And for the first time in my life, I felt like I didn't need to worry when I was tapping my card.
Jeez.
That's the thing. Like, and that's the only time I ever experienced that, you know. So I wanna revisit that. I feel like,
sorry, guys.
Yeah.
If this was a sale right now, that is the point where I know I've got him. If he's going back to think, it's I've got you, bro. You're talking about that. You're literally right there. But talk to me. What are you gonna say?
That's jokes.
But I love it. I love the fact that you're kind of re-experiencing that. And what would you do something similar like that again?
Probably, yeah. I'd love to. All good, bro. I'd love to take my missus away as well. Again, like this time properly. That would be amazing. I have to think about this properly, you know. I feel like, a holiday, like paying for a holiday is just amazing because it's experiences. But I want to be very rich in experiences so I can look back on my life one day and just feel super satisfied. That's probably the main thing, bro. Just good experiences, but with the people that I love. That's it.
Okay.
What about you? Like, what would you do?
So for myself, in terms of my goals, and in terms of, I didn't even give context as well in terms of what where I'm at right now.
Where are you at?
So, thank you, bro. Yeah, great question.
Where are you at?
Where I'm at right now is I'm just quote unquote pivoting out of my agency, out of doing the fulfillment side of it.
Tell them what the agency was as well.
Oh yeah, podcast agency. I was running a podcast agency for a good amount of time. I'll say about 3-4 years or so. And with that agency, it was going decent, but then it was never good and it was never great. And I only want great things in my life. And we had a similar period. Your Greece was my Croydon.
Tell them about that, bro. That's
he went to Greece and he kind of like reevaluated life to see, okay, cool, what's going on? What do I really want, right? And that's how he pivoted into this new space, right? And for myself, it was Croydon. I went to a hotel in Croydon. It was a nice hotel. And when I was there, I kind of looked at my life and said, okay, what do I want to be making on a monthly basis? What do I want my life to look like in 5 years' time? And it was part of a program that I'm not in, but like this mindset thing that I'm doing, which is called Alchemy of Self by Sam Ovens, which I will send you as well afterwards. And I just designed my dream life, a dream day in my life. And I said, I'm making, I think it was 30 or 40K a month, right? GBP. Yeah. and which is maybe like what 50-ish K a month USD. And I was thinking to myself, like, if I was to do this in the current vehicle I'm in, as in the podcast agency, I'd have to be making like 300K a month. And I was like, I do not want to scale this podcast agency to that point because I just don't get the fulfillment I used to get from delivering these services. But where do I get the fulfillment? I get my fulfillment from the sales process. Remember earlier you were saying like that feeling you get when you sell something, you're like, cool, they crossed the line, we're going to change their life,
Yeah.
And I love that feeling.
But you just didn't enjoy the fulfillment side of
But
things.
the fulfillment, the operations and all that stuff, and also the take home. Wasn't getting enough take home from it. And I said, okay, where could I get a good amount of take home, leveraging my skills of communication and being able to sell? Sales. And I saw a role pop up on LinkedIn, as I told you, and it was basically pretty high income type thing, to where someone could be making like 130 to like 300K, 400K a year from high ticket sales. And I said, this is a big opportunity. And then I looked at my business. I said, if I'm not getting fulfillment from it, it's just a cash machine. And if the cash machine isn't working, it's an inefficient cash machine. So I just need to find a better cash machine where I can also learn the skills to be a better business owner in the future. Because this is not my long-term goal. My long-term goal is actually to build an even bigger business and to scale it up to do something that I actually want to do, right? Help even more people.
I've got a question for you off the back of that as well. Because obviously you said you've been in this space for like 5 years, yeah?
Yeah, overall.
Did you ever anticipate that you would like jump from one thing to another, or did you really believe in the beginning that like, oh, this first thing I do, this is just me? Because for me, when I did fitness coach, I was like, bro, no one can ever tell me this is my bag. This is what I'm doing. I've lost the weight. I'm gonna lead from the front. I'm gonna do this forever. And then that quickly changed. Like, was that weird for you? Like when like you was transitioning, or did you kind of anticipate anyways?
I actually think the reason I was doing my podcast agency for so long, because it's not the first time I felt like this, right? The reason I was doing my podcast agency for so long is because I was like, let me just focus on this one thing. If I just focus on one thing, it will always work out. And yes, I think I could have scaled it, but it just wasn't efficient, bro.
So this poses the question then. How do you actually know when it's time to pivot?
Oh, that's I was thinking
it's a hard question, isn't it? But how do you actually know when it's time
to pivot?
And
I've never known how to answer that question. Even when people ask me on stage, people ask me on podcasts, I'm like, just when the time is right. When the time is right. And when you actually feel peace inside, and I actually did feel peace with my decision to pivot. Similar to probably with you and Ty, you probably felt peace when you guys went and did your own thing. And of course, you're on very good terms right now. Same thing with me and my boy when we were running a podcast ourselves too. Like, we just felt peace with the decision. Like, it wasn't like an internal confusion. I believe when God will give you peace. When a situation comes up and you have to make that decision, when you make that decision and you have peace, that's the right decision, man. And I had that peace at that point as well.
Okay, so you're saying it's more about the feeling of feeling that inner peace. That's when you know like you've made the right decision.
I always look at the logical side of things first and say, okay, let's actually weigh this up, which is why I said, okay, this doesn't make logical sense to me. And then when I made the decision within myself, I felt peace about it. Then let's go ahead.
So because for me, I feel like I was just very dissatisfied. You know, like I was just very dissatisfied with the position. I was like, this is not making sense. So I agree in the sense that it's more logical. Like, you just put pen to paper, like, okay, how much do I actually need to be making to live that life that I want? So for you, would you say it's more just like a logical decision?
Yeah, logical first. And then when I make when I come to say, okay, which one is it? And I say, okay, I'm going to go for this one, and I feel peace. Good to go. Good to go. So yeah, man, and I decided to make that pivot. And now what I'm doing is I'm actually, because I've built a brand in the podcast space for like the last however many years, I've been posting consistently on LinkedIn for the last 2 years. Literally, I was in a gym yesterday, 3 days ago, and I'm just in the sauna now. And this lady comes in, and then she sits down. We start talking. She's like, "Hold on, I know you're from somewhere. LinkedIn." I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I wanted to start my podcast." I'm like, "Oh, cool, so, you know."
Crazy.
I'm like, "Yeah, cool, I can help you." But then I'm not feeling the same way I would have felt before. But that is the brand, bro. Like, I built a brand to a point where people recognize me for this stuff.
You're quite big on LinkedIn.
Like 7K followers. Like, it's not crazy.
Like
no, not crazy.
Decent,
you know what I mean? So, but then I'm at the point where people actually recognize me in public, as we just spoke about. The impact is there. So I'm like, I can't just throw all of that away. So I'm going to keep the agency, essentially. And what I'm going to do is I'm partnering right now. Actually, I need to respond to an email in a sec, with a competitor of mine, and they're going to take on the fulfillment and operation side of things. And I'm just going to be the salesperson. So I still have active deals on the line, but I don't want to deal with them. I just want to get them in and get paid for them. And then what I can do is, after I get paid for them, I can pass that actual work onto my competitor, who is now a partner, and basically eat off that on a monthly basis while not having to do anything. and focusing on high ticket sales.
Cold.
So that would be like the base that we spoke about before. And it would be probably a couple thousand per client per month, which will help me to get to my goals even quicker. And then on top of that, I'll be starting with a B2B high ticket offer at some point soon. Still making my decision. We'll come to a decision by the end of the day on which one that will be.
How do you anticipate, or how do you plan even, right now? So you're going, like, obviously sales is commission based. There are going to be some offers which might give you a base, even if you get into sales management later on down the line as well. But like predominantly for the most part, it's like commission based, right? 10%, whatever. How do you feel knowing that you're in this new environment now where it's like, you don't work, you don't eat. You're literally in control of how much money you make. You'll control it whether you're up this month or your performance is shit and you can barely, feed yourself, bro. Like, how do you feel about moving into this? Does it excite you? Does it scare you? Genuinely, how do you feel?
I'll be honest with you, bro.
Yeah.
It feels the exact same as it felt before. And it's actually even more exciting because beforehand, I had to do the marketing, I had to do the fulfillment, I had to do the operations, I had to do the team management, I had to do the sales, I had to do absolutely everything, posting on LinkedIn every single day. I had to do and the networking, everything. But then now all I have to do is sit behind my laptop, open up Zoom, close a deal, say thank you very much, wham bam, thank you ma'am, get into the program, and we're good to, what, bro? Absolutely, that excites me, bro. Because I've been living this life for like however long, but it just hasn't been paying me. Well, enough. It hasn't been paying me enough, bro. So I flip that back to you.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that opportunity?
I agree with you. Since I've stepped out of the 9 to 5, I've always had to sell something. Whether that was fitness, whether that was the appointment setting, whether that was consulting I did for a bit as well. I've always had to sell something. But like you said, this time, all my energy can just be diverted into this one skill. Because it's like, even with the appointment setting, bro, I'll be real, even though we was doing good numbers, the max amount of calls we'd get booked in a month would be like 35, which is not a crazy volume. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what? How many calls a week is that?
What's one a day? So about what, like 7 a week?
Yeah, but then some days there wouldn't even be like one a day. It'd be like stacked on two on a day, whatever. But like now it's like, okay, if I can learn so much from having this amount of calls, 30, 35 calls, even 25 on certain months, right? Imagine when it's every single day. That's all I'm doing. Like the rate you'll progress.
Bro, it's crazy.
It's a lot more, bro.
With myself, my intention for sales isn't just to make cash. So the whole goal for myself is to build about a couple 100,000 in savings and investments, and then a consistent earnings of maybe like 20K a month or something GBP. And then I'll be able to pivot into my next business venture. Don't know what it's going to be yet, but I think that's okay. But then also to increase my business acumen, to be able to become a better businessman. So just improving this, sharpening this specific axe. Like I feel like we have a whole armory of skills, and I feel like this is probably one of my, you know how on like video games you have like weapons that your character is just the best at using. I feel like sales is one of those, and I just need to sharpen it and get even better at it as well, and really develop a process around it too. So that's where I feel like I'm at right now, and I believe that this is going to help me build as a businessman too. So that Johnny Moore podcast that I sent you literally says the exact same thing. He was like, even some people, a lot of salespeople actually say, don't go into business first, work for somebody first, and sales is probably the best place to do that as well, because this is one of the key skills you need to make your business profitable.
I'll tell you straight, bro. If I could, and again, I don't live life in a state of regret, because I probably wouldn't have come to this conclusion of getting into sales if I didn't go through and do all the other businesses that I've done, and you wouldn't either. But like, if I could tell like my younger self something, I would just say like, bro, get into sales. Like just get into sales. You can look at your own offer and stuff down the line, whatever, but just get into sales. Like no overheads, bro. You're just taking calls. You're learning one of the most important skills in life: communication, negotiation, persuasion. All of these important skills. Learning how to deal with people. Like, that's it. And you're gonna make a fuck ton of money as well.
Absolutely.
Bro. You know what I'm saying? Because like your life can change fast. Like we said, we're just.
I've seen some stories. Not even that. I know people.
Yeah, you know people.
Set the standard.
Yeah, exactly.
Like literally, as we were saying, like literally one of our guys in Set the Standard first month, 12.5K USD. That's like 10K Great British pounds on top of his job that he was working. So that's another thing that said to me, like, bro, if he can do it on top of his job, who says that I can't do what, bro?
It's all about, like, one thing about this game, bro. It's like, I feel like your mindset's constantly adapting to what's really possible. You're seeing it so much where it just becomes a norm, and it's like, okay, respectfully, what does he have that I don't? And that's the thing. It's like you know you know you got it in you anyways. But when you see somebody else attain it, it's like, okay. To me, that's just proof that it's just timing.
I love that.
It's just timing.
I love that.
Because it can go either way. Like people can get envious and stuff, or you can really just look at someone and be like, okay, this guy's no different to me. What does he have that I don't? Okay, skill set. And let me acquire that skill set and I can do it as well.
Exactly. And potentially even do more.
That's it.
And in terms of what I want to do for the end of the year, 10K first month, 15K next month, 20K the month after.
Easy.
So that's like 10, 15, 25, 45K by the end of the year, USD. And then that will be like, 35K GBP, something like that.
G.
Let's make it happen.
Hey,
I need to come meet you at that 75 though.
Yeah. Nah.
But the thing is, you've been doing, okay, let me not even compare, but you've been doing sales for a little while.
Yeah.
And I think more high velocity sales than myself. But
and it's different spaces we're going into.
Yeah,
as well.
true.
Like the reason I'm saying the numbers is because I'm basing it off of like what current closers are earning, the offer and everything like
Makes
that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's why, bro. Like with B2B, it might be slightly different, but I'd rather shoot for the fucking stars, bro.
Why not, bro? Why not? And with my 45K USD, I already know I'm gonna pay for my sisters.
Tell me,
bro.
Tell me, bro.
I'm gonna pay for my sister's accommodation, university. She don't even know yet. Because my parents don't make a lot.
Yeah.
And similar situation, I'm assuming. Maybe I don't know.
No, definitely.
They don't make a lot. So when she was the only one out of my three siblings and me to go to uni. So my other two sisters didn't go to uni. They're doing their own thing. I'm still doing my own thing as well. She's the only one to go to uni. And because they don't make a lot, she doesn't get paid she doesn't get that much in terms of like what's it called? Regardless of how it works, she doesn't get that much from the uni or whatever is the loan or what have you that she gets, right? And she can't get a lot from my parents because they don't make a lot. So I said to myself, right, I'm going to pay for her accommodation for the year so she doesn't have to worry, and probably send her money every month as well. Give money to my parents as well, because I can see that we need to get out of the situation that we're in. It's not like we're in a terrible situation, but it's like, I feel like sometimes I'm the only one striving to create wealth for the whole family. Like I feel like everyone's trying to do their own thing, which is good, but I want to bring it all together and for us all to like grow simultaneously. So I'm actually going to be bringing in a wealth manager or a financial advisor. So a guy called the E-Man Effect. He was on a podcast like a little while ago.
To just manage finances.
Bro, just to talk to us and say, right, cool, this is how the family becomes wealthy as a unit. And these are the things we can do to bring each other together and all that good stuff. And there's other things I'll probably tell you off camera as well. But I'll definitely give money to my parents and money to the household for us to actually be able to get things in order, even more so. And then I'll also pay off the program fully because I got that on credit, just transparently speaking. And what else am I going to do? I literally wrote down the things I'm going to do. I'm going to upgrade my wardrobe as well.
Yeah, that's so important. But you dress clean, bro. This is clean brother. Fit.
But then I feel
white trousers, crazy.
You see me?
Can't like white
really,
trousers.
Really hard, man. You see me? So I'm gonna upgrade the wardrobe. Probably spend a couple thousand on that. But the thing is, I haven't done that for years. Like I haven't dropped money like that for years, bro. I'm gonna get my teeth sorted as well. They're not crazy.
You got such similar goals to me, bro.
But it's just I just want to get my base sorted, bro. Like I'm not out here trying to buy Canada Gooses. I just want to get my base sorted, and then after that, I probably I'll either get what was I thinking? I'll either get a car, the car that I've been wanting to get for a while, and if I would also let my family use it.
That. What are you trying to get, bro?
I'll get see what I'll get. I'll get a Q3 Sportback for now. Because remember I said I wanted the RSQ3, but the plan is to travel next year. So maybe when I come back, I get the RSQ3 or get something else.
Or something, man.
At least
I ain't buying a car. Like, I think if you're not trying to be here in the UK, you know you're trying to go to Dubai, innit?
Yeah.
Bro,
over time.
I'm buying a car, man.
Lease?
It's depreciating straight. I'm leasing something.
True.
I'm not buying anything.
True. And to be, it wouldn't just be for me. It would be for my family
there
too.
You go. And you can pay that like monthly.
Exactly. Yeah, true.
Like, bro, it will cost you like maybe 5-6 bills a month. Which when you're ripping the money you're going to be doing, 100%,
ain't no problem.
It's nothing.
Ain't no problem. So it's that, and then after that it's traveling, man. So
Sick.
Q1 traveling, hopefully God willing, South America.
Yeah.
Because US time zone might as well, or maybe Atlanta or something like that. But they actually have 4 seasons. I'd rather somewhere where it's just summer all the time.
I like how specific you are with your goals as well. I'm not gonna lie. I think I was way too vague with mine. I actually wrote it down the other day.
Talk to me.
But I really like how specific you are as well, because this is another thing that I think Johnny was talking about. I watched another one of his videos.
Oh yeah.
He was just saying,
as in Johnny Moore.
Yeah. He was just saying that, look, you need to really get hyper specific with the goals as well. Like you can't just say you want money. You need that real tangible thing. Like when I knew why I wanted to take my family on holiday.
Yeah.
I knew it. Like I
wanna
said
do that
it.
too. Yeah.
I said it on fucking camera as well.
Yeah.
As well. Like I was making a vlog.
Yeah.
I documented it, bro. When I came back from Thailand,
Yeah.
I went broke, and then we hit 30K in a month.
Wow.
And I documented the whole thing.
Wow.
On YouTube.
Wow.
And I feel like I need to do that again.
Bro, do
because
it.
it will give me that accountability.
Do it, bro.
Yeah.
Why don't we both do
YouTube.
it?
Let's fucking do it.
I don't want to do it, but that means I've got to do it, bro.
But it's gonna give you added pressure.
That means I've got to do it, bro.
Bro, do you know what? I'm starting a vlog, man. I've done it. I'm starting a vlog. I'm doing it.
You have just seen the origin.
Yeah.
The origin of us changing our lives.
I'll tell you some of the things.
You just saw that just happen organically. That is mad.
I said.
I hope this is recording. Let me just double check this is recording, bro. Imagine if it wasn't. Yeah, it's recording. It's recording.
Yeah, I put end of 2025 and end of 2026. And I put note on the top. I said, make it tangible.
Make it, love it.
No wishy-washy shit. So I said, hit 20K month with high ticket sales.
Yes.
Move into new place in Beaconsfield.
And when is this by?
I said by the end of this year.
Okay, we've got time.
And then I've got some work I'm doing with my family as well.
Sick.
In terms of listing up our family house for sale. So I'm going to have to help out with that. Well, I get to help out with that. I'm not going to say have to.
I like that. I like that. Good language. Good language.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gotta be very careful with the language.
I'm just getting up mine as well.
2026 is a lot.
Okay.
There's a lot still.
That's fine. You can get it done.
I put, 6 figures invested in stocks and crypto.
Easy.
50K a month in sales.
Easy.
YouTube at 50K subscribers from podcasts and vlogs.
Okay, all right, okay.
Travel to Marbella, Dubai, and Miami.
Okay, why those spaces specifically?
There's all places I've wanted to go to for a minute.
Okay.
And I know there's going to be good people there as well.
Yeah, roll out.
In all of them places. Marbella, there's like a really good network there called like A Players Club or something.
A Players Club,
yeah. It's like one of the best networks. And then
I
Dubai,
haven't heard of
Miami. Like,
Okay.
I want to go America for the abundance.
Yeah, I love that.
I just want to go there just to see the abundance because Ty went there and he said the same thing as well.
Where do you go in America?
Went Miami.
Okay.
And that was the same week we had our biggest ever week in business. All he did was talk shit on TikTok. I took all the calls and managed the setup.
Mad.
And bro, we just
mad.
Printed. And then the last thing was pay for a first class flight for me and my missus.
Yeah. To where though? What to?
I don't know.
Any of those
I
locations?
just put it has to be a first class flight. That's what I want to do.
Where was it?
So big goals for next year.
Bro, you got that, man.
Yeah.
Stage.
Like you said, man, it's the vehicle now. We got the skills and all that. It's just the right vehicle.
It's the vehicle, bro. I'm telling you. Okay, that's it. Right, cool. So
specific.
wardrobe update, and then after the wardrobe update, so I literally told him exactly what I'm gonna get: the jacket, long life smart jacket, polo shirts, da 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 da. Then Shiloh and family, so as in my little sister and my family, just blessing them. Trip to celebrate as well, so that's something I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
So 1 to 2 months away, starting next year.
Yeah.
Then get my teeth sorted, get the UK car, pay back to people that have helped me. That is something that really made me smile when I was thinking about it, because there's certain people on my journey, like certain situations where people have just bust me and they just didn't have to.
Right.
And I haven't even asked for it because I don't like to ask for money.
Yeah.
I don't think, like, that is one of the things that makes me the most uncomfortable. Asking someone for, like, that's why I don't do it, bro.
Yeah.
But then people have actually offered, and then that, number one, I have to get my pride in check and my ego in check, because it's like, are you actually in a position to be able to deny this right now? It was difficult, bro.
That's powerful.
But then with those people, I can go back and I can say, look, thank you for that. And of course, I've already paid most of them back. But then some people just said, just have this, just hold it. With those people, I want to bless even more. So all those people, I want to take them out for meals. I want to buy them gifts, all that stuff.
Man.
And
it's
that's what I want to do.
It's nice to hear that you have people that will do that for you. Genuinely. Like, seriously, bro, that's,
And I just feel like God put them in my life, bro. Honestly, I feel like God put you in my life as well, bro. I'm telling you.
My boy. Nah, I thought the same as well. Like, I always think I meet people for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, bro. Like, it's never a coincidence. Same with Ty as well.
Yeah.
We met in some weird way, bro. Like,
that means it's meant to happen, bro.
Bro, we met in the weirdest, most random way. And, like, next thing, we're running a business together. Like, but one thing I'll say though, from what it seems like, you're very good at networking and like building relationships, which I think is so important in times like this as well, especially.
Yeah, that's a good point. Everything, like, people are really valuing the in person.
Yeah,
so that's why I'm definitely gonna do a mastermind. Oh
yeah,
and my flexi goal, my flexi goal as well. Cartier de Santos, the watch, bro. I'm gonna get that at when I touch 100K in saves and saving and investments.
Easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna just grab that.
All right, listen. You witnessed it now. Greatness, trust me. Now let's talk more action, man.
Absolutely.
Let's get some calls in the calendar. Let's fucking make it happen, bro.
My boy. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it.